So real quick, I mess with Tory Lanez. I like his music. His music is dope. I don't even care about Meg Thee Stallion setting a, come on, girl, ratchet. He's setting this standard for all these young girls looking all crazy. I've never cared for the Cardi B's or that. Not to say that, I don't respect them, because they're still women and they're still human beings and they're doing what is right for them. But some new info on this whole shooting with Tory and Meg came out, and now Tory is convicted of 22 years and some change for shooting Meg Thee Stallion. Now, he just also dropped an album. Actually, he dropped it back in April, but it just surfaced now. I believe so. Don't quote me. But long story short, he mentioned that he didn't shoot her, and the whole album pretty much reflects that he didn't shoot her, and you're lying, and I still love you. So I'm uploading the video that you guys are already watched or about to watch or whatever, but I wanted to come on here and say these are some of the distractions that we're talking about. The shootings, the Breonna Taylors, the George Floyds, right? You know how I know this is all bull? You know how I know this is all just not true? How come the people who shot George Floyd, how come the cops are out on bail? How come the people who shot Breonna Taylor are out on bail? How come whenever anybody, especially black on white or white on black, especially cops, they get shot, they kill brothers or whatever the media wants to show, and they're out always on bond or on bail, right? This is another glitch in the game, right? This whole, if we're in a pandemic with considering the whole considering the whole corona, considering the whole, this is one of the worst diseases that has been around in 100 years, anyone's lifetime, right? If this was so urgent, why do we care about Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion getting shot in the foot? Why? If we're talking about a pandemic, right? Why does the media think that this has priority over maybe other news or other information that can be more helpful to people? This is, again, an indicator, and I wanted to bring this to the surface because I started noticing this before the pandemic. And it's funny to me because, I'm saying pandemic. It's funny to me because COVID-19, I don't care if this gets rung up. I don't care about this video getting rung up. 19, that means there's 18, 17. You guys got almost 20 other versions of this. And we're talking about, it's just. I'm happy and I'm fortunate enough that my lens is so sharp that I could see right through this stuff. And I just laugh. I literally laugh. I'm like, oh, come on, this is comedy. But this is what I meant. And this is what I'm reiterating in this last video. Don't let these stupid, you're going to see football, NFL, basketball athletes get sick. You're going to see people die. You're going to see all this stuff. Why are you putting it on the news? Have you ever thought about that? Why does the news so quickly want to share tragedies of people dying when it's a natural occurrence? Why does the news always want to just show? Why do people always want to just talk about it's all a scam, it's all a game? They don't care. That's part of life, living and dying. They don't care about it. You know how I know they don't care about it? Because we're going through a pandemic. P-L-A-N-demic. And we're talking about Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez getting shot in the foot. Uck out of here. Uck out of here with that shit, man. For real. If you are getting emotionally entwined in all this and you can't see through the lines, despite George Floyd, Breonna, Tory, people getting shot in the back, they're shooting people in the back 7 times. And they're so quick to put it on the news. Why do you think they're putting that on the news in the middle of a pandemic? We don't care. We've been having racial injustice since the first epoch. Probably not because we were a Polaris. The second epoch. We've been having this. It's nothing new. I don't believe in racism. Racism doesn't, especially me. I live in Folsom. Some of you guys don't know where Folsom, California is. Probably one of the whitest places in California, or one of the whitest places in Sacramento. Caucasian, Aryan, and I don't see racism, because I made it a point in my mind that racism is a perception. Racism is nothing but a thought. And as long as I don't keep that thought in my mind, I don't need to worry about it. And remember, your perception paints your reality, right? Wherever attention goes, energy flows. So if I'm trying to protest, fight against something, if I'm trying to change civil rights, you cannot fix anything. You cannot change racism. You cannot fix racism. You cannot fix propaganda. The only thing you can do is pivot and turn another direction. Racism, if you heard that saying, what Gandhi said, right? You're not going to be able to fight war with war. That's why he did that peaceful protest, right? And there's some things about Gandhi that I heard, but we won't go there. That's why you hear people, at least Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks, she says, I never understood why people would rally or would protest for no war, for peace, or protest for no war versus protesting for peace. People like Abraham Hicks always wondered why people would protest for civil rights versus peace, or versus world love, right? And again, you got to focus on what you want to focus on. You got to focus on what you're trying to bring into your reality. You can't focus on trying to change something. You can't change anything. Matter never dies. Energy never dies. It always keeps its form, right? So, again, with that being said, when you leave something over there, it's almost like it disappears, right? We live in a non-physical and physical reality. So if I'm perpetuating racism, and I'm perpetually trying to fight racism, guess what? It's always going to be around, because people are going to fight against that. So if you really want to start changing your reality, put your perception on where you want. Forget all the Tory Lanez. Sorry, my mustache is itchy. All the Meg, the style. Forget all that. Especially, again, like I said in the last video, if it's not helping you, okay? I just found that funny. I just had to bring this up. I thought it was funny that we're going through a pandemic, but yet we're still worried about Tory Lanez and all this stupid stuff. And not saying that, people's lives shouldn't be lost. I'm not going there. But you guys know where I'm getting at. You guys know where I'm getting at. Keep that sucker open. Keep that pineal open, okay? Easiest way to do that, get out of nature. Don't drink fluoride. Don't brush your teeth with fluoride. Don't even worry about that stuff. Just get happy. You're going to be all good. Mark my words. Love you all. See you in the next one.